of the NFL, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Commanders and the reigning AFC champs under the lights on Monday night.
It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Mahomes back. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, KC.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Commanders.
Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught by Hunt. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
36-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Automatic first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. On the give, it's Eckler. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Washington.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll run here with the rookie. He'll manage only a couple. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. 2nd down and 8. On the handoff, this is Eckler. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard. 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's taken in, it's Austin Eckler. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Automatic first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Back to the ground after the penalty. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Commanders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. That one complete to Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelsey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's the veteran safety, Marshawn Lattimore, bringing them down. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's taken in. He's trying to power forward, but no dice. They go with the big man, and he may have lost yardage, and it sets up 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Daniel's going to keep this himself. And he'll give it up on the pitch. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. That's fielded at about the 18. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
Receiver in motion, going right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's second and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Gray is the motion man here. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Second down and 3. Daniels now going to look to throw. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards. And the Washington first down.
They run. Eckler. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. On second down, they'll run. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Daniels. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. Throwing again, Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That one on the center, Creed Humphrey. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Once again, it's Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
It was taken down by Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Here's the punter now. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Toward the sideline. There's Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
At their own 30-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. That is hot down the field. It's Worthy. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Burrow leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head one state over to check on the Indianapolis Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Anthony Richardson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Ladd McConkey, a touchdown catch in the victory. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could have hoped for with both these teams
you'd
in
expect
it
more
to win
of
it.
that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Going across the field on target to Brown. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now, a handoff to Eckler. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Here's third down and a few inches. The motion man here is McClure. On third down, here is Eckler. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the first down, and it sets up fourth down.
Well, a field goal try at least gives you a chance to take the lead. I think at this stage, early in the second half, Mike, if I'm this coach, I think I'm thinking long and hard. Do I have a play I love? If I do, let's be aggressive and extend this possession and hopefully come away with 6.
They'll try and run for it. And it's going to be a Commanders, and he's going to have the Chargers.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he will power his way into the end zone. Noah Brown, touchdown Commanders. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Mahomes back. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Now Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. First time they've looked his way all game long, and he comes through with the grab and the 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll run. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Laramie Tunsil, the big tackle, flagged there. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Third and short, and it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
Taken at the 19. He's to midfield. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
The Commanders about to send this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now, a carry for Hunt. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Bryce. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They put Kelce in motion. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. And we can see the results.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. Right back to Kelce again. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Gray is the motion man here. On second down, Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The home team's offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco head out for the next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give here to Pacheco. Ooh. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
First down throw, Mahomes. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big game, and he picks up the first down.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Daniels to throw on second down. He's going to keep it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Now he'll run it. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Big play coming up. This is third down. Throwing is Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And in motion is Brown. Daniels now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack. They'll come up now for second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Eckler. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. He finds the veteran Ertz.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
This one is on target, and it is good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
The Commanders will signal for the 1st of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. A run with Pacheco. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Commanders come up with it.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
The visitors' offense. No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now 2nd and inches. Hunt. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to win the game. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This one he's gotta have. This kick is good! And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.